that basketball game again. The one, it's gonna be like that for a good little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't know how long.
I was getting buckets though.
No, I already
camera.
Yeah.
Oh, MVP?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you were hooping. I told folks. I told Eric Allen about that because we talk about basketball all the time because he's an old school hooper.
Yeah.
But how would you assess your second season? I mean, obviously you're probably disappointed in the fact you get a chance to play as many games as you did, but you still, I think you had a pretty successful sophomore season.
Yeah, I set out, of course, to achieve more. You know what I'm saying? I was altered by injury. You know what I'm saying? Some games, but you know what I'm saying? For me, I think that just goes into what makes you. You know what I'm saying? How you come out the situation. I got taught a lot of things this year, and one of them is it's just really harping on how you respond, not what happens, but how you respond to what happens, and what you choose to do, because you're either going backwards or forward, you're either progressing or regressing.
So what do you think? Anything, I guess, differently, or will it affect your off season, maybe training wise and whatnot, having the hand?
Obviously, when you go out of the season with injury, it definitely alters and affects your off-season plans. And I hadn't fully even put that together, what my full off-season was going to look like yet, because it's super early, but obviously it's going to be altered now. I'm going to have to work, you know what I'm saying, around my hand, but I don't see it being a problem. I'm going to do what I got to do as soon as possible so I can get back to full, you know what I'm saying, full speed, full strength.
Okay. How about the disappointment of obviously team wanting to make the playoffs coming in, get the new DC and everything else? I guess as you kind of assess like the team, what was your assessment, I guess, of the team and how things kind of turned out this season for you?
I feel like we had high expectations and high hopes, but we got what we got, and honestly, that's life. You know what I'm saying? You don't always we always have a plan, and they say when you make a plan, God laughs at you. Because, you know what I'm saying, we always feel like we got control of everything as human beings, but I feel like we really don't got as much control as we think we have. But that's what makes us, you know what I'm saying? Seasons like this show you who you really are and what you're really made of and how you going to, you know what I'm saying, get better and battle back. So I feel like this is probably, you know what I'm saying, it happened, so it's meant to happen.
Obviously, guys like you and Max are going to be such a big part of this defense going forward. What do you guys need, either scheme-wise, personnel-wise? What do you guys need to kind of take that next step?
Right now, I'm not even thinking about all that stuff. I know that'll come. I know we got the players, the personnel, the coaches. You know what I'm saying? I think right now we just need to rest. We need to hop off our feet. I know Max. I've been known Max great since I've been here, and he's on his feet damn near 11 out of the 12 months a year. So I think he needs to hop off his feet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just calm down right now and be around family. You know what I'm saying? And get away from football so that when we come back, we can hit it hard and attack it like we need to.
Is that something you learned from last offseason, like your first offseason as a pro, like when you have to settle down, slow down, relax a little bit?
Yeah, you do got to settle down, relax. I was kind of had to get my labrum in check, so I was year-round like he was, but it is what it is. So, yeah, definitely something I was taught last year.
So what is the process of the offseason, and, when do you start saying, all right, do you look back at all, or do you kind of put this year in the past? Or
I think definitely to be if you want to be a great player or even a good player, you definitely got to look back and see what you did wrong and see what you could correct. I feel like that's what being a professional is all about, especially in sports. Just correcting mistakes, finding each and every way to get better, whether that's recovery, whether that's physically, mentally, whatever.
Nate, the biggest growth for a player comes from year one going into year two. Now that the second season is over, what are some lessons that you learned as the season wraps up?
I learned really every play. You can't really take off a play. Every play matters. The importance of any given play could change the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not one play that changes, that loses the game, but it is one play that could change the game. You know what I'm saying? And also, man is measured by how he responds, not what happens. You know what I'm saying? So.
Thank you.
You gonna spend your time in Vegas this offseason?
We're going to see. I don't know yet, man. I got to check this hand out.
Do you have any idea how long this is going to be on?
No idea.
Is it hurt or is it just healing?
We're going to see.
You talked about the importance of like one play, can change a game. You guys have had a lot of those games these first 2 years. Is that kind of what taught you that lesson of every single play could be the game?
Man, I'm going into year 3. I don't see me being in any more crunch. You know what I'm saying? Crunch time games. I done been in probably 7 overtime games in my 2 years, and just games that I decided about the fourth quarter. I've been in so many, so I feel like God really put me in those situations to prepare me for my career. So I'm thankful for that.
Do those type of games, you think that's going to help this team as a whole going forward because of everything you went through this year? And last year, you guys won a lot of those close games, but will that help this team next year and beyond?
Definitely. I think the best teacher is experience, and you can't teach those game time situations. You just have to experience them, and get better when they come. So because you can't, you can't go out there and mock fourth quarter, 100,000 people screaming and a game on the line. But we've been through that so many times. I feel like that just gives us another level of experience to everybody on the team and everybody that we bring back. So.
Nate, if the difference between a win and a loss in the NFL and an NFL game is, say, 5 or 6 plays, whatever, how close is this team?
Man, we seen it all year. Like I was just telling them, the importance of a play is something I learned this year. The importance of any given play and how much weight it holds. I feel like we've had so many games where it was, really, maybe even 3 to 4 plays that determined the game, and we might have lost or won off that play. So.
Is this team close, do you think?
Man, I think super
Why
close.
is it? Yeah.
I think if you really you look at our record, it doesn't speak to the team that we are. If you go look at the games and every game we played, we really only lost about a score or less than that. You know what I'm saying? 6 points or less. So I just feel like it goes to show we that close. We a couple plays from being, who knows, you know what I'm saying, 11 and 5, 11 and 6. Some plays, records like that. You know what I'm saying?
So last year you won all those close games and got to the postseason. This year the team lost those close
exactly,
games.
Exactly. It just goes to show, like the importance, the importance of a play. Like we won those close games through the plays, certain plays that we made. You know what I'm saying? We lost those games due to certain plays that we made, and it was critical plays, but it's only 4-5 snaps.
It was your first year with Patrick Graham. What do you think of him? And you obviously, is that somebody you want to have back here?
For sure. Patrick Graham, I think he just brings a lot of variety to the defense. He's a very, very smart man, Yale graduate. So on top of him having a football feel, you know what I'm saying, really, he played in college and been around guys. He's a people person. So he has a feel for people in the game, but on top of that, he's a very smart guy too. So I feel like he can put strategy and scheme together with his football feel. So
I feel like you're a really smart guy too. Did that kind of bond you guys a little bit, like the cerebral part of things?
I feel like I appreciate that, man. But no, I feel like him just being a people person bonds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bonds him with people. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we got a cool little relationship. He's a pretty funny guy. I feel like I'm a funny guy too, you know what I'm saying? Along with smart.
Yeah. You have to be smart to be funny. You know, like you can't be funny if you're not smart. You have to understand situations and read people. You kind of do.
Yeah, I guess in a way. Yeah, witty.
Yeah, exactly.
Witty,
yeah, for sure.
Even though you did all of your career leading up to the NFL, playing outside corner, what would you say has been the process of kind of adjusting from going from being nickel the majority of your rookie year to playing more outside your second season?
And I tell you, I'm just thankful for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Really just thankful to be able to go from playing nickel to playing corner, back to nickel, back to corner, because it really just puts me in certain situations to where I can know what the nickel's doing at the corner spot. I can really know what the linebacker's doing. I know what the safety's doing. because at nickel you got to know all these things. At corner you got to know some of these things too. I know the run fits. I can tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm just super blessed to be able to play both positions and really just get a feel for them. So later in my career I can say, you know what I'm saying, I can do this, I can do that. I can, you know what I'm saying, maybe play whatever defensive back position that you want.
How important was that,
blessing.
bringing the versatility, Coach Graham, to obviously put you in the best position to make plays? You talked about being in the slot and then being on the boundary, but then also as a run-fit guy. How important was it for him to have the trust in you to go out and make these plays in a variety of different roles?
I feel like it was very important. His trust in me. Most of the games, he kept me out there on the field, like every snap, you know what I'm saying? Unless I came out with I was tired or if I had an injury or anything. But other than that, I was on the field mostly 100% of the time. So I just felt like that spoke volumes to the confidence and the trust he had in me. And I can't do nothing but appreciate that and try to take advantage of every opportunity I get.
Hey, obviously you had the